The Galaxy S23 Ultra is here, and I want to test out the camera system out in the field. I'm testing the zoom capabilities on birds as well as taking it out on some forest photography. Grab some snacks and enjoy the video. So I guess none of you have missed the incredible 100x zoom on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. My whole TikTok For You page is all covered with people zooming in with this phone and getting incredible results. So when I saw that, I immediately thought, okay, I need to try it out on some bird photography. And this is not sponsored, so if this thing is a gimmick, you're the first to know. So the plan is to set up a little hide by my parents' feeding station to get really close to the birds. So many people misunderstand the use of a telephoto zoom. Well, sure, it's great for capturing things that are far away to appear closer to you. And obviously that is a very good use of a telephoto lens. But I think it's when you combine a telephoto lens to a subject that is pretty close to the camera, that's when you get the magic and the great photos, in my opinion. So that's why I'm trying to move myself very close to the birds and zoom in with this one. Okay, I'm gonna stop acting cool. Let's use the case. This thing is not cheap. Place the hide somewhere here or up here. The sun is gonna go like this, so I guess we'll have backlit shots if we're sitting here, but better light for the camera if we're sitting here. Let's start off with this side. Shot. Nice. So honestly, this feels kind of weird sitting in a hide and photographing with a phone, but I'm usually carrying a large lens and it's a lot of fun though. I think I'm gonna change tactics now. I read online that you can trigger the camera wirelessly with the pen. So I'm gonna place the phone on a tripod very, very close to the feeding station and then trigger the camera with the pen. I just need to find the best spot for the camera to be. A spot where I know that they often perch or land. So let's try to see if we can find something. I don't want to lose you. Boom. I can confirm that using a hide in this scenario is totally useless. They aren't scared of me whatsoever. Oh. When having the sun in the same direction as I'm standing, I get really sharp results. I can clearly tell a difference rather than having it backlit. This is insane. This is a phone photo from a smartphone that you carry in your pocket. It's pretty cool. Like imagine 10 years ago, someone would say, what camera is this shot on? Shot on a phone. Pretty freaking insane, to be honest. Of course, if you would be picky and compare it directly to a telephoto lens, you definitely see some, like the out of focus background looks horrible. But you have to look at it for what it is. This is very impressive. So this phone can capture 200 megapixel photo. And it doesn't work when you're using a telephoto lens, so I really want to try it out in the forest to get some really crispy, high-resolution images. So let's go. This looks very nice. For every second that passes, I can feel spring is on its way. And I'm so excited for it. I'm tired of winter now. Oh, this is nice. Look at this stream here. That's very nice. We have the sun peeking through. I think we can get a really, really nice shot here. Okay, let's find a composition. In a situation like this, it's nice to have an ND filter with you that you can place in front of the camera so you can use a slow shutter speed to be able to get a really nice motion blur to the water in the photo. And this is what it looks like. Something I don't like is that every time the camera app is closed, it resets. So I have to like go into more and then into Pro again and so on. Maybe there's a setting for it, I don't know. And here I'm using a 2-second timer because I have a fairly slow shutter speed. So when I'm pressing the shutter, the camera makes a little wobble and that could potentially make the photo blurry. So that's why I'm using the 2-second timer. So So that's a full day with the Samsung S23 Ultra. So I'm really happy with the performance of this phone. Like the 10x zoom is very, very useful and you can get really nice results with it. And it's this thin. It's just insane. So what about the 100x that everybody's talking about? To me, this feature is great if you want to read a sign like far away. It works very, very good on text. But for birds and other stuff, it kind of looks a bit AI. But 100x on a phone is still very, very impressive. I guess we have to look at it for what it is. But I do think the 100x is really good if you want to specify a species, for example, and you have a bird far, far away. And for that, the 100x is definitely good enough. So I tried the 10x zoom on my parents' cat inside when he sat in this beautiful hallway light. I must say, I am really impressed by the quality. I don't think this photo looks over-processed and it's very natural. So I do find the 1x, like the main lens, the sharpest one. And this is the lens you can get 200 megapixel photos of. Very, very nice to see such high quality and sharp images. So that's usually the thing with every phone, like the Xperia or the iPhone. Like the main camera is always the sharpest one and typically produces the best video and photos. Something I don't really like about this phone is everything around the camera app. I don't really know where to change all the settings, and every time I change lenses, it resets. If I am at the like 1x lens and then I'm going to 10x, it has a different white balance and a different shutter speed and so on. This is the same for video, and it's very inconvenient to use if you want to like quickly change between the lenses and have the same lighting in same settings in the scene. Maybe there is a setting for this I haven't checked, so I guess if you know that, please tell me down in the comments. I would appreciate it. So should you get the S23 Ultra for doing bird and nature photography? I am aware that this phone is very, very expensive. I bought this for 17,000 Swedish crowns. And for that budget, you can easily buy a 150 to 600 millimeter lens and a DSLR camera body, and you will still have money left to spend on other things. But honestly, I don't really think anyone would consider this like before a 100 to 600 millimeter lens setup. In the end, they're two completely different things. This is a phone and the other one's a professional camera setup. But I guess that's a part of what I do on this channel. Trying out different gear and how they perform outside in nature, even though they're typically not meant for it. In the end, I think that's the most fun. Trying to get good results with something that isn't really meant for it. If you want to see more videos with the S23 Ultra, let me know. So that, my friends, is everything for this video. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.